Shalom, first and foremost, call Loyam Wakaba, La Yahweh, Bashem, Yahawashi, Bashem, Rawadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone who taught us the truth, who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I just want to make mention, with how desperate that this devil's getting, where, he's blatantly going mainstream with his Satanism. He's normalizing the practice of paganism, witchcraft. You got celebrities openly, telling the world how they, drink each other's blood in rituals. You got these people crying over not having the right to sacrifice their children to Molech, Baal, human meat. I mean, all type of stuff going on, all type of satanic left hand activity. But one thing this does show is that Shaitan is basically on the ropes. He's not gonna win this warfare battle with the Lord's elect. All right, he's not gonna get the victory. The Lord already saw the victory of the elect 2,000 years ago. All right, there was a moment when you had the 70 disciples when they came to him and they were rejoicing and said, "Even the devils are subject unto us through thy name." And as long as you're in Yahawashi, there's nothing that'll be able to penetrate. There's nothing that'll be able to stop you. There's nothing that Satan, despite how much left hand power he has, there will be nothing he could do against you. The Lord already sent up that prayer pursuant to John the 17th chapter. He said, "I pray that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou should keep them from evil." And the Most High is gonna honor anything his son says, because his son is his delight. That's who he has pleasure in. He sits upon his right hand in glory. That's so basically he's given that honor and authority. So if you're of the elect, the Lord, his word is constant protection over you from the spiritual demon Satan. You even had uh, Apostle Peter, who he told, Satan desired to sift you out as wheat, you know, but the Lord prayed for him. So all this left hand activity won't amount to nothing. All right. Real quick, let's get numbers real quick. We don't get spooked out, when we see these type of things. And Esau, given to who he is, his nature, he's doing what he's supposed to do. We don't get upset when we see Esau doing this shit, but we know that it's triggering the Israelites. This is mainly geared towards them. And Jake is the main ones that'll be eating this trash. And you don't even realize you possibly committing cannibalism eating there. And you wonder why you got all type of demonic energy around you. Stop eating that garbage, that trash, man. All right. So anyway, let's get this real quick. Numbers 23 verse 23 says, "Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, would have the Most High wrought." All right. And this was Balaam, which was, he started off as an enemy, but when the Lord put him in that trance and showed him the vision that Israel would basically get the victory at the end, he pretty much said, "There's nothing you could do against these people." All right. You can't, there's no enchantment against them. And that's why, when we see these type of things happening, with the blatant witchcraft, hey, that's why the prophecy said, "Stand now with thine enchantments." All right. Your astrologers, your monthly prognosticators, your soothsayers, when you work, you putting spells on the world, you spraying stuff in the air, chemicals, and that's, affecting the vibration. The stuff that you putting in our food, you trying to, And this devil trying to kill us off, man. I'm pretty sure all you brothers and sisters dealing with all kind of ailments, all type of bodily issues, getting vexed, being buffeted. But this is all part of that battle, man. This is how we fight that good fight. All right, because I mean, despite these things that we're up against, we're still here. We're still whole. We're still here to serve another day. you know, so it means nothing at the end of the day. So let's real quick. Let's go to Luke 10, because especially when that power comes, it's over with. Which we already have a bit of the power through the Holy Spirit. Where we're able to go out there and profess the gospel, profess the name Yahweh and His Son Yahawashi, to stand firm and battle the elements, deal with opposition, deal with Satan trying to buffet us. All right, these things all come with that. All right, even Apostle Paul said, you know, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed. You know, we stand in danger or jeopardy every hour, but yet we're still here. So Satan ain't doing a damn thing, man. It says, this is Luke 10 and 17. It says, and the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils, meaning the demons, the unclean spirits, are subject unto us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. In other words, I seen this devil already losing. The spiritual demon Satan, he already lost the battle. He already losing. All right? He can't be given the victory. As long as Yahweh Shai is here in the spirit, especially since he's then, offered himself as that sacrifice for his chosen, man, Satan can't do anything against his elect, man. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. You see that? And this is words of comfort here, man. All right. I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. And nothing shall by any means hurt you. Even when we're jeopardized, even when we're going through, ailments, infirmities, near death experiences, the Lord still got us covered, man. The angels is right there. All right. So the Lord's he's in the midst. He said, I'm with you always, even until the end of the world. So ain't nothing that Satan can really do against the Lord's chosen. It says, notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. All right. And we know that the devils believe and they tremble because they're under the subjection of Yahawashi. So anything that they're doing on the left hand side, it can easily be thwarted off or offset by the right hand because the Lord has command, he has control over that. All right. And let's get Isaiah 44 because, all these different witches and warlocks that Esau deals with, it's never, certain for them. All right. Like even during the time of Daniel, when the king of Babylon, he was trying to get understanding and he had all his wise men, the astrologers and, the different witches, those were considered his wise men. And they couldn't come up with an answer. But Daniel, being full of understanding through the spirit, he had the understanding. So that's why he, placed Daniel in that top position. I believe he was a governor, because the Lord is dealing with his servants, the prophets. This is Isaiah 44, and I'm going to start at verse 24. It says, thus saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish. Now, that whole tarot card reading and all that crap, that don't work against the men of the Lord. The Lord can thwart it all off. All right. And now it'll work on those who the Lord allows it to work on, because they're not hedged. They don't have that divine protection. Like that dude, Kevin Samuels. You know, we can come up with all type of theories on how the dude dropped. But I did see certain women. They was putting casting spells on that dude. They was trying to. One woman, she actually read a tarot card. Basically trying to predict dude's death. And one of the cards came out and it had swords going through his chest. And this was like, months before dude dropped dead. So you got high level wickedness out there, man. But the Lord's making sure that his elect are shielded from it. All right. So if you try to, cast some type of spell or do some type of magic against us, the Lord can frustrate it easily. Let's get this in the other translation. The NLT, it says, I expose the false prophets as liars and make fools of fortune tellers. I cause the wise to give bad advice, thus proving them to be fools. Yeah, the Lord made uh, foolish the wisdom of this world. Yeah, at the end of the day, it ain't gonna mount to anything. Okay, because the Lord, He controls all things, man. All things obey His will. All right, His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So that's why we're not concerned. Any weapon formed against us will not prosper. All right, this verse 26 says, that confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers. And that's his elect, the prophets. All right, we've been telling you for years what's really to come. You know, we ain't handing out tarot cards. We're not fortune tellers. We're specifically telling you the end based on the word of the Most High, who declares the end from the beginning, which we all are subject to. We all subject to His will and His word. We've been telling you, man, that plagues was gonna come constantly. Jacob's trouble is near. All right. The scriptures say, measure the times diligently in itself. You're seeing all the signs are here. Those are all indications that this man's world is getting ready to end. It's passing away. You had what was that? The past new moon, it was a black moon, and then there was like a partial solar eclipse. Then after that, you seeing these strange sightings in the sky. Down there in Florida, it was like nighttime, but you saw some rare bright light through a cloud, and the rest of the sky was dark. People were trying to figure out what the hell was going on with that. Then over there in China, you had that blood red sky. The sky was bloody red. So you got all type of strange events happening, but we've been telling you the scriptures, the word been telling you, and it just fell on deaf ears. But you're gonna start to figure out that the Lord's messengers are all around you, man. The MOTB mainstream. So we're here, man. It says that saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, you shall be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof. All right, and the Lord's going to do that eventually. When we return back to the land, the land is going to be inhabited again, and it's going to be fruitful. Okay, so yeah, Satanism is becoming normalized, but there's nothing that they can do against us. All right, there's nothing that they could do against us, man. We're we're protected by His grace and mercy, man. All right, the Lord said, let's go to Romans 8. If the Lord be with us, who could be against us? If Satan is he's getting bruised, all right, right in the dome piece. There's Romans 8 and 30 says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who could be against us? So if the Lord is for you, the King of the universe is for you, then what element, what principality can be against you? You know, even like that whole situation with Job, the Lord controlled that. He allowed Satan to go only so far, and Satan had to be under the Most High's command when to fall back or pull back, and when to apply a little pressure. The Lord does that, and that's just to shape us up. But ain't no way in hell is this devil this Satan is gonna win. And his counterparts, they're desperate, and they're gonna come with more enchantments, man. We thought we seen everything the past 2 years. He's gonna turn it up even more, and it's still not gonna work at all. Okay, this little FAG, he's nobody, man. All right, it says, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is a Mashiach that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us. So the Lord constantly sends up prayers for his men. Okay. So that means that, we have divine protection. And the Lord is using his angels to guide us, all right, throughout our days, every day. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress, being in a very difficult situation, dealing with hardship, whether it's family issues, trouble in the flesh between you and your rib, financial trouble, whatever, man, or persecution, being defamed, attacked, or famine, which we know that this devil is weaponizing our food and is engineering a famine as we speak. We ain't moved by that. We know somehow we're gonna be able to eat, or nakedness, or peril, danger, or sword, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more conquerors than death. It's like you. I don't know why that just came out. That was, see, Satan be trying to, cause us to slip with the tongue. This we got to deal with when we catch ourselves. It says, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. I mean, and victors. Okay, we're victors through Yahawashi. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, are dealing with spirits, nor powers, meaning authorities, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. See? So we don't have nothing to worry of, man. Okay? The Lord already judged this world, man, in the spirit. Okay? So basically the Lord, he destroyed him that had the power of death. So we ain't got nothing to be terrified of, man. So let's get one more. Let's go to Ephesians 6. It's one of my favorites. I start at 10. It says, Ephesians 6, verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. Put on that equipment and keep it on. Don't take it off of nobody, man. That you may be able to stand against the wiles or the methods, the strategies of the devil. All these psyops, the mind programming, the enchantments, the spells, all right, all that, man. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's why it says in 2 Corinthians, though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. But as long as we are staying shielded, we keeping on that armor, we're protected and we're able to fight in this battle, this warfare. All right. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Because we all got to stand before the Lord, you know, and Lord willing, we're counted worthy. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. All right. All those you know, them arrows, that they're trying to shoot in secret at the perfect, not gonna fly. Okay. Just like when they try to shoot them torpedoes and missiles at the chariots, and it doesn't penetrate, it doesn't touch them. Well, that's the hedge that the Lord's elect have in this spiritual warfare, man. All right. That's not to say that we're perfect, or we're not gonna have our moments when Satan do attack and try to get the best of us, but we have prayer, we have fasting, we have anointing ourselves, and we get back up from it, and we get past it. That means if you can get past it and continue another day and serve the Lord and preach, then Satan lost. He didn't win. See? So, I hope these words were comforting, because this devil's gonna try it. He gonna try everything in the book, man. He gonna try everything with all his power, and he's still not gonna win. He's still gonna lose. He's been the biggest loser since he's been here. All right, and he's a sort of loser too. That's why it's gonna be nothing for him to go for the low blow. You know, he's gonna go all out. So anyway, I'm gonna end up with that. I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawashi. And to the next lesson, I say shalom.